Good evening. Welcome to the January 2024 edition of Your Questions Answered. I'm Michael, KB9VBR.
And I am not in the Jeffrey Epstein documents. I'm Joe, KD9CJX. Good
I
evening.
am not either.
I
Good
am
evening.
so happy. I mean, why would I be? I don't know.
I don't, neither do I. But you
And
never can
Aaron
be so,
Rodgers didn't even call me out either. You
you
know?
never can be so sure these days. So
Yes, things just pop up. I don't know what's going on. Well, I've
all
already
right.
blown that joke out of proportion. Good morning,
Yeah,
good evening, wherever you are.
We got a big show for tonight. A lot of stuff going on. So
Big announcement coming up a little bit later. So stay tuned for that.
Yep. And after this, at the 7:30 hour, we'll be announcing some good stuff that'll be happening. So you'll want to stick around for that for sure. And I see a lot of people are kind of filing their way into the chat, so we'll acknowledge a few of our visitors tonight. Randall down in Texas, the Triple E, always love getting him. We got over 50 QSOs, 58 I think is the current tally. So it's
if you have 100 QSOs with individual station, is it something special?
50 for something special.
Okay, 50 for the wallpaper. Gotcha.
50 for the wallpaper. So
there's Scout, our friend.
There's Scout, yep, from the other side of the state, and
the side of the
John
the border there, VE5.
Yep. Matt, and good evening. And down in the southern part of the state, our friend Karen, she's doing good today, it looks like, and the other Scott from Maine, he's working. We'll get to 50 soon, but we're not quite there yet. So I get him just about every activation too. Brent, are we there yet? Are we? We're almost there.
I think so. This weekend, not to foreshadow a video, I think BDW. I remember putting you in the log this weekend, if I remember right.
Yep.
Michael was barking, I was typing. I was typing and driving Miss Daisy.
Paul, Mike from the other side of the. Yeah. And Don across the river down in the Twin Cities.
The Mud Ducks.
Cliff, our favorite Flatlander.
There we go.
KC from the Green Bay, the Fox Valley, Green Bay area. So it's question: do pigeons have feelings?
I bet you they feel it when they get hit by my truck. Really?
Don't make them sad then. Yeah.
Oh, no. We're very nice to the pigeons because the pigeons just crap on my truck.
There you go. 45. Oh man, tons of people coming in here. Yep. Yeah, make sure you stick. For everybody that's joining us, make sure you stick around through the 7:30 hour and a half hour. We're going to reveal some big news. So
big news, and then we're also have a big technological breakthrough here at the Ham Radio Q&A studios. I mean, we've put a lot of money into this, guys. All of our Patreon dollars have been put into this, both of them.
Both of them.
It's going to be awful.
You know, we just kind of, not to bring things down a little bit, but we were talking about people we've made lots of contacts with in with the Parks on the Air, and I don't know, Joe, if you remember Jerry, Alpha Delta 9 Bravo Charlie 89 or Alpha Bravo 0 Bravo Charlie.
I heard about this. Yeah.
He passed away on Saturday, quite suddenly, actually.
Yeah.
And Saturday morning, we got him in the log. I can't remember which
we have
part.
him in the log Saturday morning?
Yes, we did.
Holy smokes. I'll have to go back and double check that, but
yeah.
That's so, wow, we may have been one of his last contacts. Holy smokes, that's crazy.
But I got him, I think it was 47 times. So not quite
47.
To 50
yet.
Yeah.
Well, that's too bad. Did we find out what happened at all, or?
I don't know. I saw online somebody posted the obituary. I think it was today, but I didn't read it. Okay. So it's sometimes they say, sometimes they don't. Yep. So, all right. Yeah, as Brent says, as I told the crew in Discord, New Year's Day that all of us activators would have heard his voice. So, yeah,
Yep.
that's for sure. That's for sure. That was. And we got Gavin from the
Hey, Gavin.
there.
Good morning to you, Gavin. Or good evening. No, it should be morning over there.
I'm trying to think of the time zone difference, and I never remember. I think we tried to calculate that last time. So
I think it was 14 or 15 hours ahead. So
crazy.
might almost be noon over there, depending on where you are at.
Yep. So, well, if you got ham radio related questions, be sure to throw them in the chat, and we'll try to get to as many of them as we can tonight. We've also got some people that have emailed us a few, so we'll do those too. But we want to answer your questions. We're going to talk about ham radio. We're going to talk about other stuff. We're going to have a good time.
Answer them. You may not like the answers, but we'll answer.
You may not like it. That's of course. So we got some good ones. I did have one that came in at the top. This is kind of a fun one. So Ken asks, do you miss having a spectrum or waterfall display while doing POTA with the FT891? And I know that's a popular feature with a lot of the new rigs, like the ICOM 7300, of course, really revolutionized it with its display, and the new SDR Yaesus have a beautiful waterfall, a lot better than what the older radios had. And
right. My thought on the whole thing is, if you are activating, once you find a frequency, you really don't need a spectrum. You don't need a waterfall, right? If you're hunting, I think that's more of a thing. But if you're activating, it just really doesn't come into play too much. You find a place to park and bark is what you normally do.
A lot of time, yep. I really don't miss it on that radio. I mean, I grew up. I started. Back in the early 2000s, the late 90s, before spectrum scopes and waterfall displays were really a big thing. So,
right, you had to build your first radio, right?
Yeah,
with some chicken wire and old
a couple of rocks together, and
yeah, you saved some bubblegum wrappers, and then you sent something in from Boys Life magazine.
The little foil is what you'd use. Yeah,
the foil. Yeah, it's hard to get. I've been, any foil that I have, I usually donate to the war effort.
Yeah. So, it's you kind of tune around. You tune around fast, and when you hear the, then you back up, and then you kind of seesaw back and forth until you get somebody, and sometimes you see people, and sometimes you miss people, but it's not I know there's a pretty rudimentary spectrum scope on 891. I never have it turned on at all. I don't use it.
I don't think any human uses it at all. It's not.
It's slow.
It's slow, and realistically, by the time you call the frequencies and use twice, and no one responds, you just take the frequency and run with it.
You just take the frequency. Yep. Exactly. Yep. And then if there's somebody on your side, then you just swing up and down a little bit, and you try to find a free spot. And no, it's hasn't really been an issue for me. It's just like the olden days, when we didn't have it to begin with.
Right. No, that's exactly it. It's neat when you have it, like, for the first couple days, and then when you're out in the field, it's just nothing. I mean, it's like just using an HT. It's just, you never need it, really. I don't think. Like, now I know, like, the FT3 and the FT5 from Yaesu, they have a waterfall or a spectrum display, but I've never used it. Never ever used it.
Well, we got the spectrum scope on the FTDX 3000. It's not a real fancy one, but that I do watch, and because I'm more likely to hunt around on down in the shack than I am out in the field. So
right. And I guess maybe the one caveat is we don't work a lot of FT8 while activating. Now, if you're working FT8, I think that's a little bit different. Then you want to have that waterfall, but.
Well, the waterfall comes into that's if you've got WSJT, then you see the waterfall on the screen. So
right.
Yeah. So that's not really the case there. So Miss Flatlander says, if you follow the spot page, either you'll hear them or you won't.
Yeah, well, there's that too. I mean, the spot page is the secrets to Michael's success. one is he's got the Spotch page like rocking and rolling by the time we get there, right?
Yep.
And two is he'll spot himself because that's totally legitimate and
It's
three. It's
perfectly
like
kosher.
all the fanboys. As soon as he gets spotted, they like computers go off and tell him, "Hey, Michael's on the air."
Hamler
hit
goes
him.
crazy.
Yeah, it's like holy smokes.
Oh, gee, we got a hot question here. I don't know. The old dog barbecue asks, why do contesters screw up the 10-meter band for us small radio guys?
When's the last time 10 meters got screwed up?
Well, there was the 10-meter contest last month.
Yeah,
that was fun. Yeah,
the once or twice a month that it kind of If you're a tech and you're between 28.3 and 28.5. If there's a contest, just hold on. It'll be over soon.
Yeah.
Just go to your happy place for a while.
that is true, because that a lot of people congregate down at the bottom of the phone portion of the band there. Mm-hmm. So that is definitely the case. I think there was a lot of 10-meter activity. I don't know. I think it was when we were out on last Saturday, it was the Ohio QSO party.
Oh, okay.
I think 10 meters was really rocking then too. There was a lot of people.
Why we had so many Ohio contacts.
Mm-hmm.
Every other contact was Ohio.
And 20 meters has been short, so we've been. I get a lot of Ohio to begin with. So
well, we had some West Coast on 20 meters. A lot of East Coast, especially up in New England. We had like Rhode Island, Maine, a few other ones, a couple down to the Gulf Coast, Texas, of course, but Ohio just kept popping up and up and up all the time.
I'm of the feeling that we wouldn't know that 10 meters is open unless there was a contest on, because you'd hear crickets, and then you'd think, well, the band is closed. So
it seems to be the forgotten band every now and then.
Yeah. Well, you got to be on it. You got to use it in order to know it's there. So it's
right, and it's so big. It's by far the largest HF band.
Absolutely.
1.7 megahertz between
28 to 29. Yep, 29.6.
Yeah. So that's a lot of bandwidth there. Well, I guess it would be, because 2 meters is only 250 kilohertz.
Yeah.
20 meters is that. 40 meters is 300 kilohertz. And 500 kilohertz for 80. So it's definitely way more than anything else.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of space there, but but when the contests are rolling, then it's all bets are off. So Flatlander says you activated a park on 10 meters with only park-to-park QSOs. So that's well, the band was open that weekend. So that's a good deal.
In the winter, it's not just a summertime band.
No, it's actually almost better in the wintertime than it is in the summer, which is really crazy. People don't think about that.
Right. So get out there and activate 10. Activate 6. I mean, stop looking at the worst thing in the world is that stupid little widget on QRZ that tells you what the band conditions are. Stop looking at that. Go out and make a call, and that's how you find out if the band's open or not.
Yep. That's probably the thing that kills propagation the most is people see that and they say, "Oh, the band's going to be closed," because it says poor, or fair. So
that's silly. That thing isn't even accurate at half the time, anyways.
Well, the numbers are numbers, but it's always a moving target, because the band can always be improving, or it could be going down, or it could be like a whirling mass of soup. So it's
right, unless there's like a major storm going on, take everything on there with a grain of salt.
Yeah, there you go. There's a good one. LDS Texas asks, do you do activations more on certain days of the week? Hope to hunt you some days. I like to get out on Friday afternoons, because my goal is to be done by noon on Friday, so I can do a park in the afternoon.
Because you are casually employed.
As I am casually employed.
Oh, I like to get out on Friday afternoons and make a couple activations.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, if I'm rolling. If I get home before dark on a Friday, that's pretty good.
Afternoon.
I mean,
Sometimes I'm,
it's a
yeah.
weekend hobby, really. I mean, most
Oh, for
guys
the
are
most part,
activating
yeah.
on the weekends. It's difficult for a guy like me, or to get out on a weekday afternoon to go do that. And night shifts are fine, but like right now,
Yep.
um, by 4:30, it's blackout. I don't have any, and it's cold. It's getting real cold here. Maybe in the summer you can go out and do an evening activation when it's, you got a couple hours of sunlight, but right now that's really a difficult proposition.
It's tough, because the sun's starting to, still this time of year, the sun is really at the horizon at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
it's definitely the case. Sometimes I'm out on a Wednesday, or a Thursday after. It just depends on, but otherwise, Saturdays are a really good chance to find me if the
Mhm.
weather's decent. See what the weather's like in Wisconsin to know if I'm going to be on the air or not.
Right. Or if it's camping season. If camping season, he's probably on the air.
I'm probably out. Yep.
Yep.
That's right. And I'll try to tell people I'm going to be on the air, in when I put out my weekly email, I'll say, if we're going camping, I'll usually say, I'm going to be at such and such a park this weekend. So watch for me.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. I, on the other hand,
Mhm.
don't have an email list, so you just have to find me on the spot page.
Yeah. So yeah,
Any
any
is
day
good.
is a
Hey,
good day.
any day you got a chance to go out and operate, it's a great day, right?
There you go.
It's
There
like
you go.
fishing. Even if you don't get anything, it's better than working.
Yep. Yep. Or the ham alert. I got
Yep.
more people on ham alert than who knows anybody else. So it's, that's.
He's trending. He's trending on ham alerts. He's kind of a big deal.
Oh. Holy smokes. Oh, excuse me. Randall asks, have you heard of POTA Plus? It's a Chrome browser extension that lets you QSY to frequencies on a POTA spots page and log operators with one click. I've heard of it. I have not used it. But
Okay.
it's a little widget that sits on your Chrome toolbar up on the top of your, if you're using the Chrome browser, and it does exactly what it says it
Okay.
does. So it's
Okay.
you don't have to
Like
follow. You don't.
it's got a little ticker that goes across the screen. It says KB9 VBR is on 14313 at Park
I guess so. We'll
K04353,
have to.
whatever.
I don't know. We'll have to see if we can find it here.
That'd
So
be
it's
pretty interesting. Yeah, we'll have to
I've
take a look at that.
I've never. I got to get to the right screen here. POTA Plus browser extension for the POTA app.
There we go.
Hey. So evidently, okay.
Okay. And it's got rig control?
Yeah, I guess that must be how it can tune for you. So
Hold on. Let me just I gotta embiggen it on my screen so I can read it. I don't have my
okay.
glasses on. Oh wow, yeah. So directly from browser, go to QRZ,
Yeah.
via hams, yeah. Rig control
Hmm.
operation, hams proxy X. Yeah,
Yeah.
that looks kind of handy actually.
This looks kind of neat. Yeah.
We're gonna have to investigate this.
So that's yeah, just Google POTA Plus and then you'll get to it and check it out. So
Okay. Doesn't help if you don't have an internet connection where you're at.
yeah, but if you're hunting, you're probably at home. So
Yeah, if you're at home and you're looking for specific states or specific entities, this might just be the thing for you.
that might be the thing. Yeah, exactly. So that's pretty
Well, there
cool.
you go. Now you have fodder for another video this month.
we're gonna have to play with that. So
Right,
I'll have to,
right.
yeah, we'll just take this back and okay, we got some other questions here. I've been kind of picking them up. Let's see. Matthew asks, new to the hobby, picked up a Yaesu 736, got FM working good, but now want to do sideband. Is there antenna I can make as a Yagi? These are expensive. I am on a budget. Yeah, you can make the 2-meter tape measure Yagi antenna. That's a real popular antenna for fox hunting, and it's just made out of a piece of PVC. Go to Harbor Freight, get yourself a tape measure. The wider ones, work really well.
But cheaper the better too at Harbor Freight. Remember,
a 25-footer is all you need. So
if you can find the coupon for a free tape measure, right there
you go. Yeah, then you're only in it for the PVC.
Yep.
I got a video on how to make one. So if you just go and type tape measure Yagi, tape measure fox hunt antenna, tape measure beam antenna, you'll probably come up to my video, and you can make it in an evening hour. So it's a fun little thing.
Another one that we haven't talked about in a long time is a 2-meter Moxon.
Yeah.
That's that's basically a small directional antenna that you just same thing. PVC and wire is all you really need. So you're in it for maybe $25 plus the coax. If that, yeah, the Moxons, you could, make a frame out of PVC, and you can like tape some wire to it. I've done that for the 6-meter one, so that would work for the 2-meter one. The 2-meter version, and they're actually Moxons are really great directional antennas because they've got a tremendous front to back ratio. So they're really good at just isolating that signal. Not a whole lot of gain, but that front to back really just does a great job at reducing your or increasing your signal to noise ratio, reducing your noise floor. So. Yep. Yeah, so those would be the two real easy ones. You can make a 2-meter dipole too, at 19.5 inches on each side. That would perfectly work as well, as long as it's horizontally polarized. Anything really for sideband should be horizontal. But yeah, I would go with those and have fun.
The 2-meter dipole is pretty cool. If you make it out of rigid material, maybe like with copper tubing or aluminum or something, then you can rotate it. And dipoles don't have a whole lot. They've got a little bit, but not much directivity. So, rotating the dipole can give you just a little bit of directivity. Yep.
So. Absolutely. So yeah, go ahead, Matthew. Try one of those. Let us know how they work.
Yeah. That should give you some. That gives you at least three good ideas for inexpensive sideband antennas. So
hey, we've done entire shows that didn't have 3 good ideas.
So you're ahead of the game. All right. So Doug asks.
What
do you think of POTA operators that try to make here? Okay, that make many parks in a day? They get a pileup going and then blow everything off after getting the remark.
Wow, Doug, hold on here. Hey, how did that dagger get back there, Doug? We would never do anything like 6 entities in one day. Saturday.
So last Saturday, Joe and I went out. It was a Saturday before New Year's, and Joe says, "Hey, do you want to do some parks?" And I said, "Where should we go?" And I said, "Well, we got a whole bunch of new wildlife areas in sort of the central part of the state."
There was like 4 or 5 new ones, and one was a twofer.
One of us a twofer. It was only about a 45-minute drive for us. Yeah. And the weather was decent.
45 to the first one, and then there's like 15 minutes to each additional one. And we said, "Oh God, we have to hit a ball. We have to." Yeah.
So it was a good day. But the problem is that the reason why people do multiple parks in a day is because you can get awards, Rover awards for 5 parks, 10 parks, 15, 20 parks, etc. There's different levels of awards, and so the 5 one is easy, because it's easy to do 5 in a day. You can even do 10 in a day. When you want to try to get 20 parks in a day, then you really time management is your best friend. And it's this is the challenge, because you want to get your 10 contacts as fast as you can, because you want to be able to move to the next park. But once you get you chum the water and you get people going, and it's terrible, because now you got to stop. I've hit, I've done more than 10. I've done like 25 contacts, and it's like, we're not going to satisfy everybody. So we got to get to the next park.
We would get to about 25, 26, and there'd be just a second. And you'd probably start calling last call at about 20.
About 20, yep.
Right, and then we get to about 25, 26, and there was just a breath, and we said, okay, we're going to the next one.
Yeah.
But we also kind of stayed around the same frequency. We stayed on 20 meters the entire time. Everyone knows where we're, that we're going on, because we're posting it on the POTA app. So I get it. We can't, every activation can't be 150 contacts, and every activation can't be 6 separate entities in one day. Right? There's some in between. So you know what? At the end of the day, it's just ham radio. It's just
I did Christmas Eve. I was out. I went down to the Mead Wildlife area, had a beautiful spot, and I'm going to satisfy everybody. I sat there for 2.5 hours and got 300 contacts.
Holy Jesus. So hold on here. So 2.5 hours, that's 60, 120, 150 minutes, 300 contacts. That's 2 contacts a minute.
Oh, I was flying. Yeah, no, it was.
Did the radio start to heat up?
It was wall to wall.
Pretty cool out. You probably just put the radio out the window.
So that's the other end of the spectrum. I worked everybody. It finally did start to slow down.
Yeah, that's the other thing too, is that you can really get going, and that hurt. I mean, that's a marathon right there, 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
people run 26 miles in 2.5 hours, Michael. Those people are not named Joe or Michael.
Well,
not running a marathon. We're not on anything with Epstein. That's 2 for 2 tonight, guys.
Maybe I'm in training, because Dave and I are going to do the Minnesota QSO party, and he's got this cockamamie idea that we're going to beat our score. And I said, in order to really, we're kind of at the glass ceiling right now for phone only mobile operations. And I said, we're going to have to call CQ for 9 hours straight, just to get the number of QSOs we need in order to bust through that ceiling.
Yeah. Well, make sure you got everything programmed into the radio ahead of time. You almost need a separate logger at that point, really. I mean, you really should have especially if Dave is doing CW and you're doing voice or something like that. You guys got to have extra help in there. Maybe you need to rent like a minivan.
Minivan would be nice.
Get a shaggin' wagon.
Like there we go.
78, conversion van.
With the GMC van with the captain's chairs.
Yeah, there you go. The leather captain chairs. Got the shag carpet in the back. Holy smokes! You got to have the roof. You got to have the ladder and the roof rack. So you can throw an antenna up there real quick. That'd be great. I think we're on this many guys. Better yet, let's go all get yourself a recreational vehicle, a Winnebago with wings.
A Winnebago, an RV.
There is a recreational vehicle.
Oh, gee. So, all right. Oh, excuse me. Well, we're at the bottom of the hour here, and I just kind of want to remind everybody that there is a very important group of people that we have that help help the channel grow, help it succeed, and that's our patrons over on Patreon.com. And at this point, I always like to welcome our new patrons that came in, over the last month, and also acknowledge our top level patrons. But we have coming in December's new patrons include, on our supporter level, Phil Rowland, Bob, Ben, Jim, and Tony.
Hey, welcome down under there, Tony.
Yeah, thank you so much for your support there and at the friend level, Rob, Robert, and Brian. So thank you so much. We also have our associate producers. These are the people at the top level: John, Michael, Lyle, Michael, Andy, Bill, and Dave, and Alex, Rand, Ken, Brian, Ron, Joel, Cliff, Mark, and Larry. Oh, thank you so much for your support. It's greatly appreciated. Like I said, they're the ones that keep the wheels on this crazy bus rolling around and around. And
thanks for greasing the wheels, guys.
You too can help support the mission to educate and inspire. That's over at patreon.com/KB9VBR antennas. And now a message from our sponsor. KB9 VBR antennas are simple, effective, and affordable VHF and UHF antennas for amateur radio, MURS, public safety, and GMRS. Made in the USA with quality parts. Get yours online at jpole-antenna.com. All right.
And we're back.
So a little bit of a breather there. All right. Let's see, got a couple more questions here, and then we'll go into the big news. Phil. See, he's got an Ohio State logo there, a Buckeye. Currently putting my station together and have a fan dipole, but like to do more DX. So I'm looking for a vertical and considering something like the Gap Titan. Any input on how good this antenna would be for DX? I think did Jerry have a Gap or a butternut?
Jerry always had butternuts. He had two of them at one point in
Yeah.
time. He had this crazy idea he was going to phase them. And I laughed at first, and I looked at it. You're serious? You're going to phase those? He goes, yeah, I got everything ready for it. And I said, okay, let me know when you're ready. I'll help out. I know he's working on it.
Yeah, the Gaps are good antennas. I think the key for those though isn't it to elevate them a little bit?
I think so. I think that's it with anyone. Like any vertical antenna, they work fine just as ground mount, but a little bit of an air gap between the ground and them that helps out a lot too. So
I think it's even
put it like on a 10-foot pole that helps.
Yeah, 6 or 10 feet. You don't need a whole lot, but everybody I've known that has been real successful with verticals like that, like the Gaps or the butternuts or the other one, the Cushcraft. They all the slight amount of elevation really help those antennas. So
yeah, it doesn't need to be a quarter wavelength or anything. Just 5-10 feet. That's all you really need to get them up in the air.
Yep. And then of course the good ground network. So really helps a lot. So that's what I would do. But but otherwise those verticals, they're great DX antennas because if you get them at that right height, they just the takeoff is just tremendous on them.
Yep.
Okay, then.
Well,
we got Travis. Yeah, we got Travis in the chat. So perfect timing. So his was elevated about 6 feet.
He's too good to join us live.
Well, Travis said he had the Titan DX, so I didn't know you had the Gap. So that's good to know.
But does he have it up at the house right now? But I thought he didn't have an antenna at the house. Oh no, he does. But I don't remember what he's got. It's been a couple months since I've been up to Travis's house. So that's a little bit of drive for me. Of course, now I can't say snow can't be my excuse because we have none.
Oh. Travis, you got the link. It was in that chat I sent you last night, so it should be there.
Yeah, go back to the chat, Travis.
Yeah,
we're not complete jerks. Well, I mean, we are. But
yeah, so okay. Well, we'll let that technical. I think I'll grab one more question here while Travis finds the chat there so that we can share the news. Timothy asks, have you worked with the Hammers log or N3FJP log? Which do you prefer, POTA? I use Hammers. Dave, another one of our buddies here on the live stream, he's an AC log user. He loves AC log. I like Hammers. So it's, I think it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Hammers has got its flaws, but I've pretty much, resigned myself to them and sort of figured out how to work around them. AC log is a lot more full featured, because then you can have a big combined log for everything. AC log makes, if uploading to QRZ or Logbook of the World is important to you, I think AC log just makes it one click easy. So that's something to really consider.
Yeah, I'd say N3FJP for any contesting. They're great contest logs.
Oh yeah,
For Parks on the Air, you got to do some finagling to get the ADI file to come out correct.
Yeah,
once you get
that
template
now, yeah.
I mean, is there a template now? Yeah, it may be easier. It may be easier. Like when I first tried it, it wasn't real great, so I just kind of migrated to Hammers. But Hammers is pretty much, it's on just about any platform. You can have it on a tablet, you can have it on a phone.
Yep.
It's got everything with linking up to QRZ and other online databases. It pulls up your park information right away. It's great. It's got a few quirks and needs some revisions, but they're working on it. So but any one is great. I'll say that if you can make AC log with N3FJP work, by all means go and use it.
Yeah. It's N3FJP that's Windows only, so you have to. So if you're a Linux, if you're a Mac user, it's going to be no go. Even the emulators, it just doesn't play well with the emulators because
Travis.
He uses the Microsoft Foundation for that, and but Hammers is all cross-platform, and works well. And Travis is in the house.
I am.
Whoa! Okay, we're gonna mute you there for a second, there, Travis. You got a terrible echo going on. We'll let him.
Whoa, hey, got shot. Well, Travis, we invited you here for a big announcement, but not that announcement.
All right. So, okay. Do you hear me out? Can you hear us, Travis?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got really bad audio. Let's see if we can edit your mic set. Let's see if we can. Okay, is that better, Travis? There?
It hasn't changed on my end. How's it sound on yours?
You're just like totally overdriving things. So okay, how's that, Travis?
I'm just turning the mic gain down further. How's that?
Yeah, there we go.
A little better, yeah.
I went on the laptop real quick because apparently my webcam on my desktop hit the dust.
Oh no! Yeah. So okay. Well, I think we got that. Hopefully this is not going to be too bad. So
yeah, Travis, you're 5'9" plus 40 over. You're a little over off the amplifier here.
Over modulating is kind of yeah, maybe drop the mic gain inside the computer too. That might do it. So yeah, but
I just dropped the gain further in the computer. Did that help?
Oh, that was perfect.
It's
now
better. It's not perfect, but it's a heck of a lot better.
Yeah.
How about now?
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, we'll back that mic gain down and call it.
Yeah. I'm gonna take you up in the program here. All right. How's that?
Testing 1, 2. You don't get a 3.
Okay.
Oh, I don't get a 3. Okay. Well,
This is much better. All right, we got you. We got you fixed.
Okay. I thought you had to play the technical difficulties there for a second.
So the reason why Travis joined us today is we got some really big news to share, And it has to
really big news.
Really big news, and it has to do with our Wisconsin POTA campout. The Wisconsin POTA campout happened, our first inaugural edition last October, and it was such a big success that everybody wants to do it again.
Yep.
So yes, everybody. Yep. So people could get it under their calendars. They could make plans, and so we did that. We're announcing it now.
No excuses, guys. Don't don't plan a wedding. Don't plan a big family reunion. Apply for your vacation time now.
Joe, take your own advice, Joe.
Yeah, I could apply for it, but then they'll say, "Yep, you're working." Okay.
You're working.
I found my inside voice.
So
we're gonna... Travis is pregnant.
Yeah. So the camp out is going to be, we're going to do it 1 week earlier this year, October 4th through 6th, 2024. And the reason being is that the water will still be on. So, I
don't know. I had water. I don't know what your problem was.
Yeah. We can use the indoor outhouse, guys.
We can use the indoor outhouse. Yeah, that's right. The shower house will be open. The water will be on. The dump stations will be running. All those creature comforts that some people like.
It'll be above freezing when you go at 4 a.m. You know what I mean?
Weather should be a little bit nicer. Usually, that first weekend in October is pretty safe. Usually.
I was to say, you just cursed us, Michael. It's now going to snow a lot.
Yep.
Well,
and then
probably be below zero.
I'm not worried about snow right now.
And then our second news is the location. We're going to have a new location this year.
Yep.
So, and a little bit of a drum roll, please, which I forgot to load up, but it's going to be at Brunei Island State Park. So that was one of the parks that we pull this up here. That was one of the parks that we surveyed and came back the highest responding of all of the respondents to go to, of a place to go to. If you're familiar with Wisconsin State Parks, Brunei Island is in western Wisconsin, just a little bit northeast of Eau Claire, a little north of Chippewa Falls, in a little town called Cornell. Anybody know why Cornell is named Cornell? A little bit of a trivia here.
Ooh, why, Michael? Why?
Because the land, Jean Brunet, the person that this park is named after, was a land agent in territorial Wisconsin. He had purchased vast tracts of land in northern Wisconsin, and he sold that land, and the money was put into trust to form Cornell University in New York. And that is why this town of Cornell is called Cornell.
Yes. Also, Cornell has the world's biggest and only log roller. It's 150 feet tall. Have you ever been there?
Yeah, that's their claim. Well, there's Brunei Island.
Michael, why can't we load that up and activate it?
Hey, well, we might do that.
Is it on the... No, it's on a trail, though.
Ice Age Trail.
Is it on the Ice Age Trail?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we have
to
activate
saying I should bring the SGC.
Hey, anything can be an antenna as long as you find a 50-ohm match.
Well, there you go.
Or just bring the SGC.
That thing will tune a wet noodle.
So the Brunei Island it's a literal island on the Chippewa River, the Cornell flowage there. It's beautiful camping. In fact, what I'm going to do is we're going to show you how beautiful this is. So there we go. This is a drive-through of the campgrounds at Brunei Island. So as you can see, lots of trees to work with. 45 asks, why was it at Brunei University? Well, that's a good question. So
You have to call the guy and ask him.
all I know is the university was named Cornell. So it's
Oh, look, it's the house.
So
Is
Brunei
that the
Island
heated house?
is K1442. The Ice Age Trail runs through Cornell, so there you could activate the Ice Age Trail, and on a certain part of the state park on the other side of the river there, you can actually do a twofer if you wanted to hike over to the other side. The Old Abe State Trail terminates at Brunei Island State Park, so you can also activate the Old Abe State Trail.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, so there's 3 POTAs all within almost walking distance of each other, or I should say boating distance, since we're on the flowage.
Yep, you could.
I want to pull doubles and bring my boat down.
You can. It's beautiful fishing there.
You can hook the boat onto the back of the camper there, Travis, but good luck backing in.
Oh, that's where you drop the boat first.
Oh,
the campground is all kind of around this bay, real shallow bay. So if you had like a kayak or a canoe, you could do some really good fishing in that bay. Our home base, these are the sites that we're going to be working out of. Our home base is going to be on sites 61 and 63. They are that's a double site. So, Travis will have his camper parked there, and I'll have mine parked there. We'll have Joe squeezed in there. And then there's plenty of
in the middle.
He's in the middle.
Just call me the Oreo.
All right, there's I think that's site 61. So it's and then there's a whole nice big loop of sites around just whole around this whole area there, all within nice walking distance. There's lots of trees. Mm-hmm. I probably shouldn't say this, but site 65 there, that's our personal favorite campsite, because you can put nice long antennas back in there. So the person that gets 65 is going to get the best, probably the best spot to launch an antenna. But full.
There we go.
There we go. Remove from stage. All right. So I will have the website set up probably by the end of the weekend. Of course, to reserve your sites, you're going to want to go, directly to the Wisconsin State Parks reservation system, wisconsin.goingtocamp.com. Brunei Island, we are in what's called the North Campground. Oh, somebody already got 65. How do you like that?
It's Scout. He was logged into the DNR, and as soon as he said, "Hey, as soon as you said I shouldn't say this, but that's my favorite site," he was like, "That's the one I'm getting."
Somebody got 65.
I wasn't reserved earlier this week when we were out there, guys.
They weren't reserved. Yeah, we got 60. Yeah, but these two sites are kind of in the middle. So if you want to, if you want everybody to look at you, but otherwise, really, these are all good campsites. Fill this whole area up. These are a couple of tent sites up here. A lot of people like to fill up this half of the island for some reason. I think they like that exposure to the Chippewa River for fishing and whatnot. So it gets a little bit quieter here back into the Bayside, but we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, just about 15 sites here that you can. Scout says, "Yeah, I think I might know who got 65."
All I gotta say is, Scout, bring deodorant. You're gonna be real close.
The people that have camped at Brunei know the attraction to Site 65, I guess. It's a really nice. I like this park a lot, and Cornell is only just what, Joe, maybe a mile from the park. So
If
and
that, yeah. I mean, we
if
made
that.
it in the town pretty easy there and back.
And there's dining
Okay.
in the town.
Is there
Ice cream.
that pizza place still open in there? Or
Yep.
is it gone now? Okay.
No, it's still there. Mhm.
They have a Reuben pizza.
Ooh,
Oh,
I
it's
know
good.
what I'm eating
It's
Friday.
so good.
I'm gonna
That
get
is
off the
good.
trailer and then go into town and get a pizza.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll
There
have
you
to go
go.
there on Friday night or Saturday night and have a little gathering or something.
Yeah. So yeah, and there's other establishments and the whole 9 yards. If you want electric, there is an electric loop in the South Campground. These two loops are probably about half a mile apart from each other.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like about 7 or so spaces. 8. There's about 8 sites open that are electric down in the South Campground. So if electric is important to you, these will fill up first. I guarantee it. The South Campground always fills up.
Yeah.
So
let's set a goal, guys, here for the Wisconsin POTA campouts. Let's take over the entire North Campground. Is this what the actual weekend looks like so far for availability?
Yeah, this is the actual map for availability. So
we could take almost the entire east side there. I mean, we know that 65 is Scout, but yeah, we could take over that whole east side there, and then we'll run the other ones out of town.
So we're launching in town across the bay. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, we got to figure out how to string something. Maybe across the bay, or this is a little fishing pier. Maybe we can get a rhombic. That goes.
Well, I was thinking maybe something from Scout's spot, maybe to 27 or 29.
Well, I was thinking 160 meter halfway vent fed.
Yeah,
there you go.
Oh, jeez.
Might be a bit of a cloud burner.
But it's MF, dude. You can string it low. It's fine.
Yeah. But I was thinking if we burn clouds, then the solar panels I'm going to bring to keep the camper running will actually generate power.
Right, especially at night.
Yeah, right. Which is something that Michael, you haven't mentioned yet. Is there are no generators in the North Loop?
Yeah, correct. These are all non-electric sites in the North Loop. There's nice low noise floor up here. I've never had any problem with interference operating out of Brunei Island. But this is a state park, so there's unlike the state forest we were at last fall, generators are not going to be allowed. So, you're going to have to bring your own power for those. If you need electricity, one of the sites in the they're in the South Loop is where you're going to want to be. So, and these would be electric sites.
Or just take your batteries to the bar and charge them.
There you go. Dave's camp.
Flip says he's in the electric. We'll just go plug in by him.
Yeah, get yourself a bicycle so you can you can easily traverse from the North to the South Loop or something.
I'll just bring 500 watts of solar panels with me.
Or put a generator on the back of the bicycle.
Yep. So, Brunei is a nice park. Like I said, it's in western Wisconsin. Cornell is about 20 miles north of Chippewa Falls, State Highway 29. So it's going to be maybe a little bit easier access for some of the people coming from the southern part of the state, right off of I-94. I-94 is right there.
The Minnesotans will love it because it's only an hour from the Twin Cities.
There you go. Yep, exactly. Yeah. Unless you're from
Auto says it's now a 3-day drive for them.
Well, we cut it down from a 3.5-day drive.
Right.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. We wanted to get the announcement out to everybody so that you can make your plans. You can reserve a site if you need what you needed to. It looks like another one just kind of filled up right away. So
Don't let this discourage you. I mean, we have some early adopters here, but everyone else is going to book the week before.
Yeah, book the site. You can always cancel. This park will fill up. So if you wait till August, you might be out of luck.
And you're not sharing my tent. I'm telling you that right now.
You should be able to. Yeah, I think by the end of summer though, there should be on normal circumstances there might be sites available. With the POTA Campout takeover though, this park's going to be full, but it'll be fun.
The poor DNR people are be going, what's going on?
I think they're a little bit more. Well, actually, they close up shop, so but they're used to this park filling up. So
I don't know. When I got there last year, the gal at the window was like, "What in the world?"
Ain't
all
that
these
the
guys
case?
and 3 trailers of equipment each. One guy had an antenna, a whole tower strapped to his trailer.
Yeah. It's going to fill up like Devil's Lake does. It probably will.
We talked about Devil's Lake, but we knew that was just going to be too hard for everyone to book. So
no, we can't. Yeah, I don't think there's any meaningful way in which you could get a. Well, they got group sites at Devil's Lake. That would be the only way we would be able to.
Right. Yeah, that would take a mammoth undertaking. So.
Mammoth.
Massive, mammoth, like Ice Age Trail.
Yep.
Come on, give me a break.
Yep. Okay, let me get my mouse. It's got a question here. There. So, yeah, it's going to be. Flatlander was asking us the 4th through the 6th. So, yep. October 4th through the 6th, Brunei Island State Park. So we'll just keep that up
on the website here shortly, so everyone sees it. I'll have the
web page up on by the end of the weekend, so everybody can, we'll see the details. We're giving you guys the early sneak preview, so you can. Get your reservations in, because I know you're all hardcore Wisconsin POTA campers.
We started a cult.
If you want to, since Cliff's here in the chat, if you want to get your POTA camping on early, there's going to be a campout in Illinois in March. I think it's March 24th, around there, that third weekend in March.
They have campgrounds in Illinois?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they all come up here. Why would they all come up here? They have campgrounds down there.
Because we have trees.
Oh, okay.
And hills.
And hills. It's going to be Shabana Lake State Park. That's in northern Illinois, kind of far west of Chicago. So
okay.
Yeah, as Cliff says, yeah. Shabana Lake State Park, March 22nd through the 24th. And no reservations needed there. There's still first come, first serve that time of year. But
Wisconsin is Illinois' largest state park. Yeah, it would be also funded by you guys if we had a few toll booths out there.
So I'm hoping if we don't get a blizzard in March, which because our December is so mild, that's probably going to be the case. I'm hoping to get the trailer out, and we'll be
able to get my camper out of the yard in March. I don't think I'll be able to. It'll probably still have a 4-foot snowbank in front of it.
Yeah.
Travis, how much snow is in front of your trailer right now?
About 2 inches.
Okay, yeah, I think you'll be okay.
And it all came in the last 36 hours. I can still get it out if we want to do
in Wisconsin in years.
Yeah.
I was talking to a friend of mine in the UP, Amber. Everyone knows Amber. She's been on the show before. So she lives in Calumet. They are 80 inches behind in snow as of this time last year.
Oh, yeah.
80 inches.
I would say Park Falls is probably about 40 inches behind.
Yeah.
I'm probably close to 40 inches behind at this point.
Yeah. So either we got to get a lot in a very short amount of time, or next summer is going to be real bad.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think I was watching the news out of Rhinelander, and they said that they're by at the first of the year they were 10 inches behind. So it's
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm behind, way behind compared to last year.
So
Yep. Yeah, Cliff, send us the information for that, the Illinois
Yep.
one. I'll take a look at that and see what's going on.
Yeah,
I might come in with
I'll
you
look
guys
too. Who knows? Maybe I'll have grass by then.
Well, hopefully you'll be on spring break, Travis. Travis gone wild, spring break edition. Illinois.
That could be dangerous.
All right, sites are filling up.
Yep.
We'll do.
Oh yeah, they are.
We'll do one last refresh here because I see another one turned red. I feel like I'm on a. Yeah.
Is this Ticketmaster? What
Oh, look at that! Two more.
Hey, you know what? If we could book the entire North Campground by the end of the week, the DNR might make another campground for us, guys.
I think this one's new too. I don't know if they're part of the group or not. But
Holy moly!
I think I'm gonna have to make a lot more mac and cheese.
Oh.
I wish I was getting a kickback.
If you book through KB9 VPR J-Pole antennas now,
You get a free tumbler.
Oh, gee. All right. Well, hopefully, yeah. Like I said, we'll be talking about this in the coming months. So, hopefully, we'll get we'll fill this park up.
yeah. Oh, I think we're good. I think we almost have already.
That's crazy.
Holy
Yep.
smokes.
And we'll have the Buffalo Trace, so it's gonna be a good one.
Oh, is that what you guys were talking about the other night?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, Flatlander, I'm going to tell you this right now.
Joe
I'll play
loves
your
snowshoe
game,
growing.
Rogue.
Bring lots of it.
I'll play your game. It's not going to end well for me, but it ain't going to end well for you. All I got to say about that. Buffalo Trace. Oh, boy. There's another one, Matthew, KD9WC. He's booked.
Got my site booked. All right.
That's awesome.
Yeah. You bring the Buffalo Trace, we'll bring the grog.
Hey, we got Eric from Hawaii checking in.
Hey.
So
Hey,
it's,
Eric.
Eric, are you coming up for Wisconsin POTA? Some people are complaining about a 5-hour drive.
Yeah, but you can just fly direct from Minneapolis and and then just take an Uber over. So
right. That only takes like a day and a half.
All right, so got a question here. Well, we're going to kind of change track a little bit, and because we got a really good Hamsexy coming up, so you're going to want to stay tuned for Hams.
Oh, geez. I don't think I want to know.
I don't know if I'm ready for this.
You're going to want to stay. You're going to want to stay tuned for Hamsexy coming up in about 10 minutes. The old dog barbecue says, my dipole in the house. It's got a dipole in the house. What do you think the 213 will improve my receive if I have one coming Monday? It probably will. I usually get pretty good, depending on, if you've got a lot of noise, man-made noise, in your neighborhood, the vertical might be a little bit noisier. But with a good ground network, usually you get really good receive with a vertical whip.
Yeah, so a tuned vertical, by the name of it, it's a tuned circuit. So it should amplify or enhance frequencies within the passband, but anything outside of the passband, it's going to reject those frequencies. So that's kind of the nice thing about that versus a wire antenna, especially like an end-fed half wave or a random wire, they don't reject any other frequencies outside of that passband. So you kind of get everything. It just kind of almost overloads the receiver. But the vertical is going to be a lot quieter. So you'll definitely see some noise reduction on that.
Yeah. So, all right. I think let's see if we got any more questions here.
October 4th through the 6th.
So,
Eric.
yep.
Yeah, Eric, if you come up, the first round's on me.
Second is on me.
We'll come back. We'll come back to Sean in there a second. So it's yep, Cliff. I just got your email, Cliff, and yep, the Wisconsin POTA campout here. We'll just pop this back up on the screen for you, Eric. October 4th through the 6th, Brunei Island State Park in Wisconsin. I'll have the website set up probably by the end of the weekend. So
everyone's gonna be really upset when they see a KH6 call sign /W9. wait, oh no!
Everyone's gonna go, it's Eric, quick, work him. I can hear all he said was
he's in Wisconsin.
That'll be the biggest tease in the history of POTA.
We'll put him on 80 meters.
Late shift.
Late shift 80.
Oh my, oh my, oh my.
The pad went really long.
All right, Sean's asking, I got downsizing my Go Box to an Apache. Can you recommend a decent auto tuner for my FT891? I'm using the LDG Z11 Pro 2, and it works well for me. I think the Mat 30 tuner also, people have said a lot of nice things about that, and that's about the same size as the LDG. So they're both small. Dimensionally, that LGG isn't any bigger width and length than the 891. So they stack really nice. It's definitely smaller than the manual tuner I usually carry along.
Yeah, the LDG tuners for years have been great, and because it's plug and play with the 891, you can't really beat it. It's great. Those things I think will go up to almost 10 to 1.
Yep,
so
they'll do 9 to 1.
Not quite a wet noodle, but they'll tune it.
Yeah. That'll do, 9 to 1 will do, just about any random wire antenna. So I don't have any problem, easy, smooth out a Malcatrint dipole, it's
especially if one that Joe made.
So will some holy water.
Don says, yeah, the Yaesu's FC50 for the 891 works fine. The FC50 is actually, that's the tuner that's built for the 891. So, integration, it's tightly integrated with the rig. That's one of the beauties about it. It's a little more expensive, but you would get that full integration. So
yeah. Speaking of which, if anyone has a LDG, is it an AT897, the one that sits on the side of the 897? If they want to get rid of it, let me know, because I would probably give a couple bucks for that.
They don't make that one anymore. Yeah.
No, they don't. It's every now and then I see them, but they're combined with the actual radio, and I already paid way too much for my 897, so I'm not going to buy another one. If you want to see an overpriced used radio, the FT897 is it every time, because it shares the same architecture as 817 and 857, and those used go for reasonable prices. But the 897, that's like gold, and I don't know why.
I don't either, because it's the same as my 857.
Yeah. Exactly. Architecturally the same. It's just
is my 857 in a different form factor.
Yep. The 857 was made for a vehicle. The 897 was made for portable. But the 857 goes for at least $150 to $200 less than the 897 used.
Yeah.
That's just nuts. Well,
you paid a pretty penny for yours, and then you ended up putting more into it to replace the It wasn't the finals. It was
no. So the original 897s, I think some of the 857s as well. The IF filters, the material that the IF filters are made is basically would absorb moisture. And after a certain amount of time, they would just fail and it almost looks like mold grows over them. It's actually the material kind of bubbling. It's not a mold.
Mhm.
So I bought the radio. It was one of those things on I think it was on eBay or something. I hit click real late at night and I woke up next morning and said, "Oh God, I won." And I overpaid, and then I got it, and I think it was Winter Field Day 5-6 years ago.
Yeah,
And
you had
we
it
got
off Winter
all
Field
set
Day.
up, and like this thing is deaf. And it wasn't right. And I started looking into it, and I opened it up, and I looked at it, and like, oh crap, it's got this stuff all over. No wonder the guy was selling it. So fortunately, there's a guy in North Dakota that still does repair for Yaesus. It really, even with the shipping and everything, it was less than $200. So like COVID hit, and like I wasn't doing anything better, so I shipped the radio out, got it fixed, got it back. So the $700 radio became a $900 radio. And if you look at the Black Friday specials at Ham Radio Outlet, I could have got the new 700 for less than what I have in my 897 right now. But I love my 897, so I'm stuck with it. Anyways, but if I could find the 897 tuner for it, I would be appreciative.
Yeah.
That in itself is going to turn out to be a video there, Michael.
Yeah, there we go.
Just play the world saddest song as Joe got birds.
Oh man, we're gonna pull one more question here, and then we're gonna get into getting into our other feature here. But LDS Texas asks, so how do you know when to use a 4-to-1 or a 9-to-1 Unun for an antenna, such a Rybakov or a random length antenna? And that's a really good question, because it depends upon, the style of antenna, where the feed point is. So typically with a 9-to-1 transformer, we're gonna use that for an end-fed antenna, and specifically an end-fed random wire antenna. Now, there's two different types of random wire antennas out there. Excuse me, end-fed. There's two different types of end-fed antennas out there. There's the end-fed half wave, which is a resonant antenna for the lowest frequency that it's cut for. And then there's the end-fed random wire or non-resonant antenna, where the length of wire is not resonant on any of the amateur frequencies you're going to use it on. With a resonant end-fed wire, like an end-fed half wave, the impedance at the end of the antenna is extremely high, like 4,000 ohms high. So in order to get a good impedance match between that end of the antenna and the and your coax, your 50 ohm coax, you're going to need a transformer. And surprisingly, 49-to-1 is the value, and knocks
just
it down.
A random number. Let's pick 49. Okay.
49.
Yeah.
So that's why we use a 49-to-1 transformer for our end-fed half-wave antennas, is to knock down that impedance.
They also make like a 64-to-1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And one of the ones I built had a 56-to-1.
Randoms. Yep.
Yeah. So, 49, 56, or 64-to-1, it depending on what the impedance is, or what frequency you're on. Sometimes, those different windings work better than others to get to you down to those 50 ohms. Now, a random wire antenna, if this wire is non-resonant on any amateur frequency, typically its impedance is going to be around 450 to 600 ohms, give or take. So we'll use a 9-to-1 transformer in that case, because we're going to want to change that 450 ohm impedance down to the 50 ohm impedance of the coax. So that's why we choose 9-to-1 for a non-resonant antenna. Now 4-to-1.
Don's got the rule of thumb right there, and he says it perfectly.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah.
4-to-1 for off center fed. 9-to-1 for for
Random
randoms
one.
and 49 to 1 or 64 1s for the end fed half waves. Perfect.
Correct. Yeah. Because so now an off-center fed dipole, if our feed point's in the middle, our impedance is going to be around 70 ohms, give or take. So we can just feed that right with the coax. When we start moving that feed point away from the center, like an off-center fed dipole will be 2/3 of the half wave will be on one side of the feed, and 1/3 will be on the other side. As we move that. As we move that feed point, our impedance starts to increase from the 50 ohms here in the center and up to about 200 ohms at that 2/3, 1/3 split. And so that's why we use the 4 to 1 in that case. Now the Rybakov antenna, that's a little bit different. That's a vertical non-resonant antenna. And with a specific cut of wire, I think it's around 27, 29 feet. I don't remember the exact length. But with that style of antenna, it's a multi-band non-resonant antenna, but the impedance is such that a 4 to 1 match is what's necessary for that style of antenna. So long story short, the type of transformer we use, the numbers, depend upon what we need to get that impedance from the antenna to match the 50 ohm coax. So okay, and as Kevin says,
the more you know. Yeah.
Those are impedance ratios. For example, the 49 to 1, this turns ratio of 7 to 1.
Mhm.
Yeah, as we go to the actual windings of the transformer itself.
Yeah, you don't actually have to make 49 wraps around a toroid on those.
No.
But if you look up 49 to 1, it's actually a pretty easy one to make.
Yeah, it's
yep.
Unless you've been drinking and inadvertently miscount, which is how I came up with 56 to 1.
All right.
Or you could be like Chameleon and everything they have is a 5 to 1.
They like to use the 5 to 1 with theirs, so it's
Yeah, I ended up with like a 7.5 to 1 ratio on that one, and it worked really good.
7.5 to 1.
It was. What can I say? I was drinking, and when it worked, and then I took it apart and went, "Wait, what the hell did I do?" And I started counting turns, and it ended up like 7.5 to 1.
Yep. So
yeah, Travis is the only guy in the world that got a bottle of Jägermeister and had a pie the one the next morning.
yes, 42.
1,
there it is. Eric's got it. 42. The answer to the life, the universe, and Unun's is 42.
There we go.
Doesn't get any better than
Hitchhiker's Guide to Ham Radio, 42 to
1. All right, I got to circle back here. James is asking a POTA campout question. What sites are you guys staying on? I just joined. We're at Brunei Island State Park, and the sites that the sort of the epicenter, I guess, the sites that Travis, Joe, and I are going to be on is 61 and 63. So if you want to kind of circle around sites 61 to 63, and then we'll just kind of spread out from there. Really, the park is pretty compact, so it's even if you do get further away, it's not going to be like that long walk that there was at the Northern Highlands. So hopefully that's it gives you sort of indicator of where we're going to be. So, but I know, you know what? I think we are about at that time. So, Joe, you've heard of AI or artificial intelligence, haven't you?
No. We're going AI with this.
We're going AI.
Oh, this is gonna be
oh Lord!
Joe, what's in your cup? You might want to refresh it first.
No, don't worry. We're okay.
Joe, you're not
so
ready for this.
I noticed over the holidays there, people were playing with all of these AI image generators and making the world's craziest ham radio AI inspired images.
Oh, Hamsexy AI edition.
So this is, you are correct. It is Hamsexy.
Oh yeah.
And you know, when we hear the Hamsexy music, that only means one thing.
I'm gonna work you with my J-pole, baby.
And that means no good can come from this.
Ladies, send the kids to bed early. Here we go.
Oh.
You're always 5'9" here.
So I found some crazy AI images that people have created, and we're going to need our Hamsexy interpretation of what we are seeing.
You all need Jesus. All I gotta say. Let's see it, Michael. I have not seen these, by the way, guys.
Joe has not seen these. Joe has not seen these.
It can't be good.
Everything is safe for work.
That's not so.
And we've got.
Is that Russian? Oh no! They got a little screw that says ham, so that's got to be good.
It's a ham radio.
Yeah, that's definitely a ham radio. A little crusty on the front there. It doesn't look like it's smoked. I would make sure that you get that to 160 degrees before you eat it, guys.
Yes.
All I gotta say about that, man. AI. Is that a mouse in the knob there? I don't know what's going on. That's weird.
That is weird.
Yeah. Okay.
That is.
Yeah. Mark at 8. Next frame, dude.
Okay.
Whoa! Holy Jesus H!
Hey, Joe, how'd they get a picture of you getting ready for winter field day?
Oh, I mean,
Winter field day is coming.
That's not his chest. I mean, how many HTs does a guy need? And scanners. I mean, I don't know. I mean, what's actually in the bag? Because everything kind of looks like the head unit. Do they all have like remote head units and they all have cables going back to the bag? I don't know what's going on here. But go home, AI. You're drunk.
I think I saw Mike with one of those once out at the Badger State Games.
Wow, that's weird. That's weird. But the guy does not have a headset on.
No, he does not.
Okay. What?
A little bit of.
No, it doesn't. No, that's not how this works. That's not how this works. You got the wrong cables in the wrong holes, guys. Mark, I trademark this today. You got the cables in the wrong
holes.
Like none of this. Like, oh wow! I thought AI was going to be a little bit smarter than this. This doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
Is that an icon? I don't know what that is down there. He's got so many things going on that are wrong, but he's got a cell phone, flip phone, like on top of the radio.
It's so wrong. I think it's become right again.
Yeah, like this is what happens when you take LSD before a soda activation, boys and girls. Wow. So much to absorb.
Yeah.
Oh, hey now. Looks like a hunting check. Whoa. Oh, that should just collapse on itself. It's like got a microwave tower on top of it. There's a thing.
That's a win.
There's a floating microwave dish there. It's floating. Like someone's got the air hook. Wow.
So, Joe, is this where we're doing winter field day?
No,
I think
because it's
so.
gonna get real cold.
Not when you fire
And
up the amp.
Man, like, what that thing on top? What's it resonant on? Better
Yes.
question, what doesn't it resonate on? Ask ChatGPT what the specs are on that. They got some prints, maybe?
Oh, I don't know.
I got a lot of EMP conduit. We can make this, guys.
I want to see the engineering report on that one.
Yes.
What's the wind load on it? Holy sweat! Oh, the wire coming off.
Yeah.
That's like a rat's nest.
It's like it belongs on an Imperial starship.
Well, of course, we need a Hamsexy mobile here.
Oh, wow. Wow.
What am I looking at?
If Batman went down the rabbit hole, holy crap.
I'm pretty sure I saw that parked at Dayton.
How do you get the money for that? I mean, it looks like it's got like a jet engine out of the back. But then it's like the tailpipe's got the little microphone cord that goes to an HT antenna.
Oops. It's like
Is that the ground? It's a strap for something there, Jesse. It's a strap for something. I'm surprised. Well, this really isn't set up for microwave.
No.
I mean, this would be real great for roving because it's fast. But holy smokes, it's like single operator. There's no logging assistance in this, guys. That's interesting. Let's say that.
Wow.
All right.
What's he listening to? Depeche Mode?
I think so.
Yeah.
A little information society.
Okay, hold on here. The show of hands. How many hams have 5 different bead bracelets on their wrist? Just this guy. Just this guy right here. And he has like no pupils. Like his eyes have completely rolled into the back of his head. This is a zombie.
This is a pure enjoyment.
This is a radio zombie right here. And he's listening to a mixing board. Again, AI, you're drunk, go home. This is weird. He's got the bamboo shade on a little window.
So, Joe, so underneath that window, is that a paddle?
I know a lot about paddles, boys. That does appear to be a paddle. I don't see any Greek letters on it, but it also looks like there's a ukulele behind it, too.
It does.
Maybe a little guitar?
Yeah, it could be a uke.
Yeah, that's weird. In the
And
sort
two
of
left thumbs.
Hey, is there
Good call.
Is this Eric in Hawaii? When he heard the dates from the ham radio camp out here, he's like, "Oh, I'm going, guys! I'm going!"
All right. Almost.
Aloha! Oh, I
And of
had
course-
this one as a kid, actually.
Yeah, something for the kids
Actually,
there.
I stepped on one of the antennas, and that really hurt. That's for ages from 6 to 4. That sounds perfect.
Yep.
What's the signal report on this? Is that a keyboard or is that a piano down there on the desk? And that little red thing off to the left, that's like an e-stop. If it's got an e-stop, this is motor control, guys. That's a separate ball game.
Well, if you've got this kit, you can build one of these.
Ooh. Hey, it's the duck lady. Is that the duck lady? We got the duck.
It's a duck. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. We got the ducks going on. We got a park, a little POTA activation going on. You got to have the trucker cap. Oh, you got to have that. You got the headphones. What more does this guy need?
Yeah.
2 laptops.
2
laptops in a park, guys. Man, you guys are really burning up the minutes there. Or
Oh,
the bandwidth
hold on.
Yeah, POTA on.
All right. Yep. The last slide. And one more.
Okay. go back to the 80s. Do you remember the movie The Philadelphia Experiment?
Oh,
Like when the battleship reappeared, but like the people were like melted into the deck of the battleship. That's what that is right there. This, my friends, is weird.
it's a time travel ham radio.
Yeah, like the transporter. Like Scotty had a problem with the beams here, boys and girls. He was trying to beam up a radio and some dinner, and things got crossed in the conduits, right? And don't plug this in.
Yeah.
I don't
They
care
only
who
would have
rewired
used the
it.
spiral cut ham.
Got ham.
Well, that would give you a little more capacitance, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's
Good night,
enough.
Jesse.
I
That
agree
is
too.
enough.
All right. Well, if you've got a Hamsexy picture, send it to us in care of this station, and we will
Yes.
save it.
Please don't let it be AI generated. Please.
Yeah,
no.
please not AI generated.
Yeah, you know, everyone was worried about AI turning into Skynet. These guys can't get anything right. How are they going to nuke the world? Seriously. Oh,
All right.
man.
We had a couple latecomers come in and ask about the campout again, so I just want to kind of remind everybody the Wisconsin POTA campout, October 4th through the 6th at Brunei Island State Park.
Oh,
And,
I'm looking forward to it, guys. I really am.
It seems like we've got a couple more people make their reservations.
Yeah.
So I think it's, oops, that's not it. That's not what I
That's
wanted.
video.
That's the video. Oh, I got
At least that's not the OnlyFans video there, Michael. Chancellor Vision.
a Chancellor Vision. There we go. We're gonna see. Yeah, this
There it is.
Oh, we gotta kill the music.
I don't know. It's got a good vibe.
It does have a good vibe. I like it.
Yeah.
It's filling up.
It is. Oh God, guys! If we can book this whole thing in like the next week or two, that would be hilarious.
It would be.
Let's go for it.
Yeah.
Apply for your time off. Make sure you guys get out there, book early. We're gonna have a great time. Yeah, there's some of that Buffalo Trace stuff. I don't know. That's probably gonna get real ugly real quick.
Yeah.
We're gonna make a lot of contacts, a lot of eyeball QSOs.
It'll be a blast. It really will.
There'll be some
so
shenanigans. You know.
website will be up by the end of the weekend with the more details, and we'll start promoting it. So Matthew was asking one of the Illinois dates, March 22nd through the 24th, Shabana Lake State Park in Illinois. I think that's McHenry County and in northern Illinois.
That'll be a blizzard.
And it'll be about 30 below. Joe,
And I'll be in a tent.
I
Yeah,
was to say, Joe, if it gets that cold, you can come inside.
Oh, okay.
it's not going
I
to be
appreciate
cold.
I appreciate it, Travis. Thanks.
Teal will snuggle with you.
Teal will always snuggle with me. Teal's a good dog.
She is, especially
And
after you gave her all that food.
Oh my Lord, I'm surprised she didn't have a heart attack.
Matthew says he's in Lake Geneva. Talk to Cliff, N9 BLE. He's the guy that's I think he's on here. He's the one that's putting together the Illinois camp out. So he'll get you hooked up with that. So all right. And it looks like, yeah, like I said, I saw a couple people in the chat here that said that they'd also reserved their sites. So
That's
we got
Great.
people. Yep. Sean said booked for site 69. So it's yep, he's excited. It's closer to Minneapolis. So I thought you'd like that. And I think I saw another one here. I know I should have marked those, but anyway. So, all right, and yep. Flatlander, yeah. March 22nd. POTA is K4103. That's Shabana Lake. So, yep. And Jim, that's the one I was looking at. He AC9QN. He's in 53, and he was at our campout last fall too. So it's going to be a good one. I'm looking forward to it.
Sounds like we got the whole bend already booked.
Yeah. So that is great. All right. Well, I think we are just about to the end of another successful live stream. And so thanks, everybody. I think Morecom Anglers and Charlie's asked, should you always use bandpass filters? You don't always need to use them. If you're
when you got 40 hams in the vicinity, you probably grab one or two.
Yeah. If there's people in the park with you operating, then bandpass filters are very useful. But if you're out alone, no need for them.
Right.
So, but as I said, thanks a lot, everybody. Our next live stream is going to be coming up on Thursday, February 1st. Same bat time, same bat channel.
February 1st. It'll be the love show. Uh-oh.
It will be.
Uh-oh.
Intruder alert. Stay up. Second favorite.
Who's that dude? Oh,
Yep.
Sorry.
Yeah, Travis. Who's that dude?
I don't know. I don't know who that dude is.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, everybody, for coming in and killing the last hour and a half for us. Like I said, if you want to see your if you've got a Hamsexy picture, send it in, and it might show up on the show next month.
It will, trust me. Especially if it's love related.
This might be the love Hamsexy.
Oh yeah.
You might want to, put a not family friendly rating on that stream.
Oh, no, we'll keep it family friendly.
We'll keep it family friendly. We're over the it's after the family hour anyway. So
yep.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, everybody, for coming in and this evening. I'm Michael, KB9VBR.
I'm Joe, KD9CJX.
I'm Travis, W9HDG.
Have a great evening. 7-3.
7-3, everyone.